Hello guys. In this video we are going to learn about the memory architecture of Oracle. In simple words, how Oracle utilize the RAM allocated to an Oracle instance. Here we go. Before we start discussing the memory parameters, let's have a quick look at Oracle Database architecture in general. Oracle Database Management System or RDBMS is developed and marketed by Oracle Corporation. They have named their RDBMS on the company's name. Oracle is one of the most popular and top-rated database which is widely used in the industry since years. Oracle Database is a combination of an instance and database. Instance manages the memory and processes, whereas the database is a collection of data files that stores data. Oracle Server Architecture is a client-server architecture, where both have their own separate process and responsibilities. Server process manages data and resources, whereas the user process manages the client's connection, access, and data manipulation. Understanding Oracle Instance. An Oracle instance is a combination of memory segments and operating system processes. In Oracle we call them background processes. A database must have at least one instance which resides in the memory and is alive as long as the database is in running state. In the next screens we will discuss how Oracle uses RAM allocated to Oracle database in the best optimum way. Memory structure includes two areas of memory. One is SGA, which stands for System Global Area. Second is PGA, which stands for Program Global Area. SGA is a shared memory area which is available to all server processes running in an instance. These processes contains data and control information. SGA is allocated when the instance start up and is released when it is shut down. SGA has various components which will be discussed in the next screens. PGA is memory area that is associated with the server process. It contains data and control information held by a single server process or background process. SGA is the most important memory structure in Oracle. SGA stores several different memory segments, each performing a different role. Let us discuss the components of SGA. The first one is shared pool. Shared pool is a portion of SGA that contains shared information such as SQL and PL/SQL areas. More precisely, it caches parsed SQL statements, execution plans, PL/SQL program units. This information is shared among all users and reuse of these vectors improves the execution time of queries. Technically, shared pool contains library cache and dictionary cache. Library cache holds functions, procedures, and packages. It also stores parsed SQL statements with their execution plan. Data dictionary cache holds repository data such as database objects, users, passwords, and privileges information. Database buffer cache. Buffer cache stores copies of frequently accessed data blocks that are read from the data file. This process improves the performance by reducing the number of I/O required to access the data. All connected users have shared access to the buffer cache. Redo log buffer. Redo log buffers become very crucial for recovery operations. Redo log holds blocks in redo buffer that comes from redo log files. These files, which are two or more records, all the changes made to the database as they occur. In case of an instance failure, data is recovered from redo logs. Redo entries contain the information necessary to redo/reconstruct changes that are made to the database by DML, which includes insert, update, and delete or DDL, which is changing the structure. Then we have Java pool. Java pool is an optional portion of SGA that is used by Java Virtual Machine and related components. It stores Java-related data structures such as Java classes and objects. Another memory segment is large pool. Large pool is also an optional portion that can be used for large memory allocations for the operations like backup and recovery. Flashback buffers. It is an optional component that periodically copies modified blocks from buffer cache to flashback buffers and sequentially writes them to flashback data logs. This only happens if flashback database is enabled. It is used for flashback recoveries. Let's come to PGA now. PGA is a memory region that contains data and control information for a server process. It is non-shared memory, created by Oracle database when a server process is started. There is one PGA for each server process. The total collective memory used by all PGAs is called total instance PGA memory. You use database initialization parameters to set the size of the instance PGA. PGA contains the following memory segments. Private SQL areas. It stored bind variable and runtime memory structure. This area is created as a first step of an execute request. The number of SQL areas that can be allocated to a user process depends on open_cursor initialization parameter. The information is freed when the cursor is closed. Then we have session memory. This segment stores session-related information like session variables and related information. SQL work areas is another segment of PGA. It is typically used for memory-intensive operations such as sorts and hash joins, bitmap merge, bitmap create, write buffers for bulk loads. Thanks for watching the video. Please like the video and subscribe the channel to appreciate our efforts.